So nice.
Hey, what's up everyone? Doing another YouTube video. Has been a little bit of time, but I'm back at it. I was on a little bit of a vacation. So without let's talk about Super Mario 3D All-Stars, you know? And the possibility for DLC for that game. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird, a freaking collection getting DLC. Like, what would the DLC even be? That's true. Those are some great questions that I randomly just thought of that I'm sure everyone who watches this video will have. I will talk about that. This is something that's been on my mind for a while. I kind of thought about how Nintendo could just, do some DLC for this game. It's not, a complete possibility, but it's not, it's not out of the range of possibilities. It definitely could happen, I feel. I could totally see Nintendo doing this. They love to be unpredictable. Like, right when everyone's thinking, oh, there's no way they're gonna do DLC now. Like, that's just not possible. I could totally see them coming out of left field and going, hey, just kidding, we got some DLC for you right here. And it's like, oh, wow, who could have ever predicted this? Why would anyone do this? I don't know, to me, it just seems like one of those things that, like, doesn't make sense, but when you think about it, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, that kind of does make sense. And everyone has been freaking complaining about the lack of Galaxy 2. So, and I feel like Nintendo, like, that just sounds weird. I mean, only 3 games. When you have only 3 games in your 3D All-Stars collection, when, like, the original All-Stars had 4, I don't know. That just seems like it seems like there's going to be more of them at some point. But I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to bring up some of the possible games for 3D All-Stars. I got 3 in my notes right here that I just thought of. So without further ado, let us go and talk about these future games. Alright, so you already know what I'm going to say. You already know. It's Super Mario Galaxy 2. Like, what else would it be? So, Super Mario Galaxy 2 obviously is kind of one of those games where it's like, why did they not put this in the collection? It literally made too much sense. Everyone has been kind of complaining about it. No Galaxy 2. It's very, very weird, honestly. And like, keep in mind, this was the same company when they announced New Super Mario Bros. And Blue Toad, like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and Blue Toad was no longer there. And then at the last second, they brought back Blue Toad as an alternate costume for the game. Just because fans were, like, memeing on the fact that Toad, like Blue Toad, is dead and he's just no longer existent. The fact that they took the time to add freaking Blue Toad back into the game. Yeah, I mean, we don't know, but, like, that's kind of what I believe. I feel like Nintendo could probably just randomly bring back Galaxy 2 at some point. It is really weird that there is no Mario Galaxy 2. It seems really weird. It makes too much sense to have Galaxy 2. There was even like there's even a sound from Galaxy 2 in 3D All-Stars. It's when you collect the star in Galaxy 2. And it's all the more weirder. Why is this not in the game? It just doesn't make any sense. Alright, you already know, like, there aren't really a whole lot of 3D Mario games to choose from, so you already know that what I'm gonna say next, Super Mario 3D Land is the next one I'm going to say. 3D Land, it definitely is a bit of a stretch. I feel like it could happen. The reason why I would say 3D Land instead of 3D World is because, well, 3D World, it's pretty obvious. I made, like, a whole video about it. Well, 2 whole videos about 3D World. We're already getting 3D World on the Switch, so why would they have a port of 3D World and then also just have the game on 3D All-Stars? That just sounds really weird. But yeah, 3D Land, I feel like I could see that happening if I'm being honest. I don't really get why it couldn't happen. In my opinion, I feel like 3D Land on Switch, yeah, it kind of does seem like a possibility. Like, not as much as Galaxy 2, because the fact that Galaxy 2 wasn't in this 3D All-Stars collection was just really weird. It was really, really weird that it wasn't in the collection. Everyone was talking about it. And, like, 3D Land, it's like, yeah, I can get why you don't want to put this game in here. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just... I feel like it is really possible. If they do ever do DLC for the game, 3D Land is definitely not out of the question, I feel. Alright, here's where we're getting into more... It's likely not gonna happen, but it's worth throwing out there just in case. I kind of think Super Mario 64 DS will kind of make a spot. It's definitely like the last game out of all of the games I'm gonna mention in this video that definitely is like, yeah, this is a bit of a stretch right here. Super Mario 64 DS, I feel like, is a possibility. I feel like it'd be really cool just to have that game back again. The battle mode was pretty fun, so that'd be cool if they could, like, add online to that. I doubt it, but that would be cool. Yeah, and, like, the main game is honestly really good. The main thing is just, it has those terrible controls, you know, because you're playing a 3D game with a D-pad. So I don't get, like, yeah, it definitely is a bit like, okay, are they really going to do this? You're playing a 3D game with a D-pad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They definitely could do this. I feel like there is enough content in Mario 64 DS to separate itself from the original 64. I mean, you got new characters. What, there's like 5 of them, right? No, there's Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi. So you got multiple characters. You have like 30 plus stars. They added an extra star to every single world, and they also added just a crap ton of other stars to the game. So it definitely is possible, but again, probably the most likely game out of every single game I've mentioned. And I know I said I have 3 games, but I actually just thought of this. So remember in the original All-Stars when they kind of re-released the game, but this time they included Super Mario World in there? Well, how about they do 3D All-Stars again, but this time they add Odyssey to the collection? Now, I know Nintendo's like, hey, we're gonna make this game a limited release, so it's not gonna be around forever. And I know that definitely got some people upset, but I think that's kind of dumb, honestly. I feel like they're kind of lying. They might be just saying that to boost sales or whatever the reason is. I feel like they're either going to re-release the game again as like a Nintendo Selects title, or they're going to bring back all of the games from the collection, but they're just going to do it with like Nintendo Switch Online. Or they're going to do what I just thought of, where they include Odyssey as like a re-release of the game. So you have Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, and then you have Odyssey in there as well. It's definitely probably a bit of a stretch. It's a big stretch. But definitely within the realm of possibilities. Again, you never really know what to expect from Nintendo. They kind of come out of left corner a lot. You never really know what they're going to do. Like they don't really try to do trends. They just try to do their own thing, and honestly, I can kind of respect that. But yeah, I mean, there is a chance. They probably won't be that. They probably won't do that, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not out of the question, I feel. Definitely, if they ever do add any DLC to this collection, when they add Galaxy 2 or 3D Land, 64, Odyssey, whatever, they gotta add soundtracks to the game. Like, you know, add these different soundtracks. It literally makes sense. Maybe they don't even have. Maybe they could just Maybe they don't even have to release any new games, so they just... Well, I feel like they would have to include Galaxy too, but maybe they just include, like, 3D Land soundtrack, or, I don't know, maybe even Odysseys. I don't know. But yeah, include other soundtracks. So yeah. And like, for this last part, I'd kind of just like to get my opinion out there on 3D All-Stars. I'm probably not going to do, like, a big review of the game. Definitely not. But I just like to get my opinion out there. I like it a lot. It's definitely not as good as the OG All-Stars on Super Nintendo. Well, I grew up with the one on the Wii. Yeah, holy cow, getting that collection was kind of insane. But yeah, I grew up with the one on the Wii. So, and I feel like that whole collection was just great because I'm pretty sure they used the same engine as like the older games, but they just gave it the Super Nintendo flair. They, you know, updated the graphics, they updated the music. Yeah. And like I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I feel like they could have at least updated the music in the new All-Stars to make it feel a little bit newer. They didn't even redo all of the textures in the new All-Stars. Only some of them got the treatment. I don't really get why, but it had to be like that, I guess. Like, why couldn't they at least just redo all of the textures in 64, you know? Yeah, and like, I don't really get the whole thing about not remaking the music. I could see why they wouldn't want to remake Galaxy's music, because Galaxy has some pretty amazing songs, but at least for 64, you know, because 64 is probably the most dated. I don't get why they couldn't just update everything. But overall, pretty awesome collection, and I definitely recommend it. If you are still on the fence about this game and for some reason you are curious about this video, I don't know, could happen. But anyway, it is pretty late at night when I'm recording this right now. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm pretty tired. I just got back from some crazy event. So yeah, everyone, have a good rest of your day or night. Probably gonna upload this during the day, so have a good rest of your day. Yeah, take care, everyone. Have fun.